For centuries, cannabis has been intertwined with human history, its uses as varied as the cultures that embraced it. From ancient China to the bustling markets of medieval Europe, cannabis was revered as a potent medicine. Ancient healers recognized its therapeutic potential, using it to alleviate pain, soothe inflammation, and calm the mind. However, the 20th century witnessed a dramatic shift in perception. Cannabis became demonized, its medicinal benefits overshadowed by its association with recreational use. This shift in perspective led to stringent laws and regulations, driving cannabis underground and hindering scientific research for decades. Today, cannabis is experiencing a resurgence. As scientific understanding grows, so too does public awareness of its therapeutic potential. This renewed interest has sparked a global conversation, igniting debates about its safety, efficacy, and rightful place in modern medicine. The story of cannabis is a complex tapestry woven with threads of ancient wisdom, legal battles, and scientific discovery. It is a story that continues to unfold, holding both promise and controversy in equal measure. The legal journey of cannabis has been fraught with challenges, reflecting the evolving societal attitudes and political pressures surrounding this plant. The early 20th century saw the rise of anti-cannabis sentiment, fueled by misinformation and racial prejudice. This culminated in the passage of the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937, effectively criminalizing cannabis in the United States. For decades, cannabis remained a Schedule I substance, categorized alongside heroin and LSD as having a high potential for abuse and no accepted medical use. However, the tide began to turn in the late 1990s as states like California passed laws allowing for the medical use of cannabis. These state-level initiatives challenged the federal prohibition, creating a complex legal landscape. Patients seeking relief from debilitating conditions found themselves caught in the crosshairs of this legal battle, forced to navigate a patchwork of state laws and federal restrictions. The fight for legal access to medical cannabis continues to this day, with advocates, patients, and lawmakers pushing for federal reform and recognition of its therapeutic potential.
The scientific community's understanding of cannabis took a giant leap forward in 1964 with the groundbreaking discovery of THC, or tetrahydrocannabinol. This milestone marked the first time a psychoactive compound was isolated from the cannabis plant, paving the way for a deeper exploration of its chemical makeup.
Further research revealed that cannabis contains a complex array of compounds known as cannabinoids, each interacting with the human body in unique ways. Among these, CBD, or cannabidiol, emerged as a particularly intriguing compound, demonstrating therapeutic potential without the psychoactive effects of THC. Dr. McCullum's discovery opened the door to a new era of cannabis research, allowing scientists to delve into the plant's intricate mechanisms of action and investigate its potential applications in treating a wide range of medical conditions. His work laid the foundation for the development of cannabis-based medicines and fueled the ongoing scientific inquiry into this complex plant. In the face of a life-threatening diagnosis like cancer, hope can be a lifeline. For some patients, that hope has come in the form of cannabis oil. Anecdotal stories abound of individuals who have turned to cannabis oil as a complementary therapy, reporting remarkable results in managing their symptoms and even halting the progression of their disease.
Take, for example, the story of a young girl named Charlotte Fiji, who suffered from a rare form of epilepsy called Dravet syndrome. Conventional treatments failed to provide relief, leaving Charlotte with hundreds of seizures a day. Desperate for a solution, her parents turned to CBD oil, and the results were astonishing. Charlotte's seizures dramatically decreased, and she began to experience a quality of life she hadn't known before. Her story, widely shared, brought international attention to the potential of CBD oil in treating epilepsy and other neurological conditions.
While anecdotal evidence should not be mistaken for scientific proof, these personal stories provide compelling narratives of hope and resilience. They highlight the very real experiences of patients who have found relief and improved quality of life through the use of cannabis oil. The scientific community continues to explore the potential of cannabis in cancer treatment, with research yielding both promising findings and areas requiring further investigation.
Laboratory studies have shown that certain cannabinoids, particularly THC and CBD, possess anti-tumor properties. These compounds have been observed to inhibit the growth of cancer cells in vitro and in some animal models.
Furthermore, cannabis has shown potential in alleviating common side effects associated with cancer treatment, such as nausea, vomiting, and pain. However, it is crucial to note that most of the existing research on cannabis and cancer is preclinical, involving cell cultures or animal models.
While these studies provide valuable insights, more research, particularly large-scale clinical trials involving human subjects, is needed to fully understand the efficacy and safety of cannabis in cancer treatment.
The existing body of research provides a foundation for further exploration, but it is essential to approach claims of cannabis as a miracle cure for cancer with caution. Continued rigorous scientific investigation is critical to unlocking the full potential of cannabis in oncology. While both THC and CBD are cannabinoids found in the cannabis plant, they exert distinct effects on the body. THC is the primary psychoactive compound in cannabis, responsible for the high associated with its use. It binds to receptors in the brain, altering mood, perception, and coordination. CBD, on the other hand, is non-psychoactive, meaning it does not produce a euphoric effect. Instead, it interacts with the body's endocannabinoid system, a complex network of receptors involved in regulating various physiological processes, including pain, inflammation, and mood. The differing effects of THC and CBD have significant implications for their medicinal applications. While THC's psychoactive properties can be beneficial for certain conditions, such as managing pain and stimulating appetite, they can also be undesirable for others. CBD, with its lack of psychoactivity, offers a wider therapeutic window, making it a promising option for a broader patient population, including children and those sensitive to the effects of THC. The legal status of cannabis in the United States is a complex and evolving issue. While cannabis remains a Schedule I drug at the federal level, many states have taken steps to decriminalize or legalize its use, creating a patchwork of laws across the country. As of 2024, 23 states and the District of Columbia have legalized recreational cannabis for adults, while 38 states have approved its use for medicinal purposes. This discrepancy between state and federal law creates confusion and challenges for patients, businesses, and law enforcement agencies alike. The growing acceptance of cannabis at the state level is putting increasing pressure on the federal government to reconsider its stance. Advocates argue that federal prohibition hinders research, limits access for patients, and perpetuates the harms associated with the black market. The legal landscape of cannabis is likely to continue evolving in the coming years as public opinion shifts and more research emerges. Federal legalization, while still uncertain, could have profound implications for the medical cannabis industry, patient access, and the societal perception of this once demonized plant. The resurgence of interest in cannabis for medicinal purposes has sparked both excitement and debate. While anecdotal evidence and preliminary research suggest potential therapeutic benefits, it is crucial to approach this complex issue with a balanced perspective, acknowledging both the potential and the limitations of cannabis-based therapies. Cannabis is not a panacea, and its use should be approached with the same caution and consideration as any other form of medical treatment. It is essential for patients to consult with qualified healthcare professionals to determine if cannabis is an appropriate treatment option for their individual needs and circumstances. Further research, particularly large-scale clinical trials, is needed to fully elucidate the efficacy, safety, and long-term effects of cannabis use for various medical conditions. As our understanding of this complex plant evolves, so too will its place in the ever-changing landscape of modern medicine. The future of cannabis in healthcare remains unwritten, but one thing is certain: its story, a captivating blend of history, science, and human experience, will continue to unfold for generations to come.